Yo, it's DL.
DL, it's JJ. What up?
JJ.
Hey,
Not much, man.
long time no speak. You and I had a chance to speak briefly back in April when you were in town with Locash and Kane Brown.
Yes.
We're going to get to that in just a second. But first of all, congratulations on the new album, Killed the Cowboy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're really excited to have new music out. This is the fun part, getting to watch what songs rise to the top, what songs people start talking about, spreading the news to their friends and streaming. It's all fun from here.
Well, I'm kind of glad you put it that way because it's kind of like being a parent and watching your kids grow up. So I'm going to put you on the spot here, Dustin. What's your favorite song on the album? Kind of like picking a favorite kid. What's your favorite song?
Man, I don't have a favorite. I think songs that I'm enjoying playing live, in soundcheck right now that I believe in, that have a chance to do big things. Honky Tonk Heartbreaker, George Strait Jr., Chevrolet, Killed the Cowboy, all up there at the top for me.
I love Chevrolet with Jelly Roll for the very reason it had this effect on me. I'm watching Virgin River on Netflix with my wife the other night. In one of the episodes, you hear the original Dobie Gray Drift Away playing in the background. I instantly thought of you. So, that's working. Whatever you're doing, it's working.
It is. Yeah, you know what I've realized? We're so blessed to be able to do another iteration and version of that song. Such a classic. But got the blessing from that writer and publishers to carry on the torch with such a great classic melody. And Jelly and I get to sing a new lyric over it.
Yeah.
And keep it going.
Yeah, pretty special. All right, so you got a top 10 record right now and climbing with Stars Like Confetti. I feel that song kind of goes along with the struggle that you talk about when it comes to, being present. So what do you do these days, Dustin, to keep present, to stay present, to be in the moment?
Well, it's easy for me to do when I get out to the farm and I have some alone time. I love to get out there and work and put in some hard, sweat equity into my farm. On the tractor, I do a lot of thinking, which is kind of how I came up with the concept for this album and paying attention to the conversations I was having with myself and just paying attention to where I was in my personal life, where that is. I'm single right now, trying to figure it all out still. And so that's really where it happens for me.
Well, let's stay there on that whole being single thing, because I know this is kind of a sticking point for you and you're struggling with it. What scares you more, dating or the idea of climbing inside a shark cage and being lowered into a shark-infested waters?
No, dating, 100%. Yeah, it's tough to commit past a certain point with someone because you end up getting obviously emotionally and your feelings super involved, and it goes from somebody that you really appreciate and like doing time with to, okay, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to hate your gut.
Yeah.
That stinks. Most of the time that's how it goes. You never talk to them again. And crossing that line is a tough one for me.
Yeah, I have respect for people who can maintain friendships after a breakup, because I'm not that guy, dude. I'm not. I just, it goes sour, and I just don't have the ability to do it. So maybe it's me. Maybe.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's different, but I think jumping into something serious is a tough thing.
All right. So what's your biggest turn off?
The biggest turn off, and for me and a girl is just insecurity.
Okay.
And then that can have a bunch of different fingers that come off of offshoots of that. But insecurity, I love confidence. I love independence.
Yep. So what's your biggest turn on?
Biggest turn on would be confidence
Yep.
and independence.
Okay.
Yeah, without a doubt. I've learned, the hard way that I need an independent woman that, when I come off the road, doesn't need me around all the time. I've got to have my break from entertaining and some space,
right.
Which is why I love the outdoors and going to spend the time on my farm.
And the upside there too is you both retain and maintain your own separate identities.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I think it's just important with what I do for a living that certain someone has something going on in their own time. Now,
you recently visited UFC headquarters in Vegas. Ever been in a fight, Dustin?
Yes. Yeah, it's not fun. I hope my fighting days are over. That's for sure. Yeah, but got to visit UFC, had a great time. I'm a huge fan of UFC, but even more so a fan of it now just because of how cool the employees are and how motivating and such a great energy Dana White is.
Yeah.
As a guy.
Yeah, 100%. You've said that Killed the Cowboy is inspired by being present. We've talked about that. Now, if you could go back to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell your 18-year-old self?
To trust my gut. I think I'm going to point on a personal level and at a professional level. Just to trust my gut and to make sure I take my time and ask the right questions. I think that's what I've learned along the way. People love helping helping others out.
Right.
And asking questions usually is pretty fulfilling for others.
Right on. You're a licensed pilot. You know, Wichita, Dustin, is the air capital of the world. Harrison Ford even gets his planes serviced here. So, you know, I don't know who works in your plane right now, but you could always, you know, move that job to Wichita and come in here, grab a bite to eat, like the Doodah Diner, maybe run into Han Solo.
Oh, I plan on it. Yeah, no, there's actually a clip from me on YouTube and one of our vlogs where I'm saying, man, I'll never be a pilot. I like to sleep in planes too much. When I was over at Cessna there, and boy, I'm eating those words now because I am a pilot and I love it. The amount of freedom I have now is just incredible. It's a whole new world out there for me.
As they say, that didn't age well, right?
It did not age well, no, but I'm fine with that. I'm happy that I chased this crazy dream to become one, and here we are.
All right, so one last question, and I'm thinking back to when you were here in April and we were in the radio room chatting for a bit, and I thought about that whole craziness of meeting listeners, and you can get distracted so easily. You ever lose anything on tour, like at a show, like a wallet or a phone or keys or something?
Oh, yeah, we leave stuff behind all the time. Instruments get left behind.
Come on,
or not.
Come on.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of moving parts. You know, we got trucks and trailers, buses full of stuff, and but venues, I guess they're probably used to it. It's a bunch of half brain dead musicians that run around all these tours, so stuff gets left behind, and they've got to process down to get it shipped to us pretty quickly.
Right on. Dustin Lynch, the new album Killed the Cowboy. So many good tracks on there from start to finish. I wish you the best of luck. And your next number one is going to be Stars Like Confetti. I can feel it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate all the love.